The RVA has been growing at a rapid pace, which has fueled significant appreciation and development throughout the Greater Richmond area. This surge got me thinking about what are the up-and-coming areas where a buyer can find a new home. In this video, I'm going to take a look at my top 5 areas where you can snag a new home in the RVA. So if you're thinking about moving to Richmond, Virginia, and that thought of a brand new home appeals to you, then this video is for you, and we're getting after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Richmond, Virginia, and the surrounding counties of Hanover, Henrico, Chesterfield, New Kent, Goochland, and Powhatan, then subscribe below and tap that notifications bell so you can be the first to know about the current market in Richmond, Virginia. Hi, my name is Scott Durnley with Joyner Fine Properties. My team and I get calls from folks like you every single day looking to make that move to the Greater Richmond area. So whether you're moving in 9 days, 90 days, heck, even 9 months, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. All that information is linked in the description right below, and we'll help you make a smooth move to Richmond, Virginia. All right, so let's dive right into it. Church Hill is the first area I'm going to be talking about. Now, this may seem a little counterintuitive, as Church Hill is a very old historic part of Richmond that is steeped in both Revolutionary War and Civil War history. St. John's Church, a central landmark in the area, is where Patrick Henry gave his famous "Give me liberty or give me death" speech in 1775 at the Second Virginia Convention. So how is this area up and coming for new housing? Well, let's jump over and take a peek at the map. So right now you can see in a several block radius in Church Hill, there are 16 new houses for sale. This area is essentially going through a redevelopment. So old dilapidated houses are either being gutted and remodeled or torn down completely, with brand new homes going back up in their place. Lots that have been vacant for years are now being built on. So the low end for these new homes, price-wise, are listed at $350,000, with $585,000 being on the high end. The median price for these 16 homes is right at $420,000. So Church Hill is a little bit similar to the Fan and Museum districts, with a lot of row houses and walkability to things like restaurants and coffee shops. It does come at a lower price tag than the Fan, and the Fan has an average sold price in the last 90 days of $650,000. So as you can see, these brand new homes in Church Hill are over $200,000 less than that average Fan sales price. So just to give you a flavor of what these new homes look like in Church Hill, we're going to look at some of these exterior pics. The next great area to snag a new home is Mosley. So Mosley is located just west of the Swift Creek Reservoir in the Hull Street Road corridor. This is basically the 2312 zip code and parts of a couple others. So new construction can be found all over the place out here, as it's been a hotbed for development over the past several years. There's some cool attractions in Mosley, like you've got the Richmond Metro Zoo, the Chesterfield Berry Farm, and Hidden Wit Brewing. So years ago, there was really nothing out this way, but as new homes started to go up, the area began to develop. As they say, build it and they will come. There's now tons of shops and restaurants on that Route 360, which is Hull Street corridor, and the schools are very, very good. So because of the abundance of new homes, which is what a lot of people gravitate to, and the reason that I've talked about it some, is I've had a lot of my buyers choose this area over the last several years because they love those new homes. So let's jump over to the map and take a quick peek. As you can see, there are a ton of developments in Mosley, such as East Estates at Mount Herman, Magnolia Green, Harper's Mill, Roundtray, Westerly, Tuckmar Farm, Woolridge Landing, Wynwood at Fox Creek, and Summer Lake, just to name a few. There are currently 82 homes, brand new homes, listed for sale in the MLS in the Mosley area. The low end list price is $440K and the high is just over $1 million, with a median list price of $685. So again, we're going to take a look at the exterior of some of these homes to give you a feel for the architecture and style. So I have created a very handy relocation guide that can save you hours of time and effort, and you can link to that right below. It's a must download, and I think you'll get some great information out of it. All right, so now we're going to hop back north of the James River and talk about Short Pump in western Henrico County. Now this is the area on Broad Street between I-64 and Route 288 and all the neighborhoods that are on either side, north or south of Broad. So the epicenter of Short Pump is the Short Pump Town Center, which is by far the best mall in all of Richmond. So one thing that's unique about development in the Short Pump area, it is mainly high-end condos and townhomes. So let's jump over to the map and take a quick look. All right, Gateway Square, Green Gate, and the Point at Twin Hickory are the main townhome developments. I've been in units in all of these developments, and I can tell you they are very nice. Many come with rooftop decks, which are super cool, or outdoor living spaces integrated into that top floor. I mean, these are really amazing. These are luxury units with high-end finishes. Now, this style of housing is popular with the younger demographic that wants to be on the go and not really have to maintain that yard, but still be close to a lot of things in Short Pump. Now, that low maintenance aspect and the convenient Short Pump location has also made this style of housing pretty popular with an older demographic as well. So you may look at a 4-story townhome and say, how in the world does that work with an older demographic? Great question. Well, the developers thought of this, and many of these units have elevators. So there are currently 37 active condo and townhomes listed in Short Pump with a low list price of $320,000 and a high of just over $1 million. Like I said, these are luxury. The median list price for these is right at $550,000. Now there is some single family new construction area in the area, but not as much. The two main developments are Bacova, which is just north of Broad Street and I-64 off of North Gayton, and Sligo Park, which is basically just north of that off-ramp where you see I-64 connecting to I-295. There are currently 8 single-family listings in Short Pump with a low list price of $715,000 and the high of actually $1.7 million, which is the last lot which is available in Foxhall. The median list price is right about at $1 million. So these are expensive homes. So as always, let's go take a peek at some of the exterior of both the townhome condo units and some of these single family home units as well. So now we're going to head over to Mechanicsville in Hanover County. Hanover County, like the entire Richmond area, is rich in Civil War history. The Battle of Cold Harbor took place in Mechanicsville in June of 1864. It was one of the bloodiest battles of the Civil War, with over 17,000 lives lost in 2 weeks. General Grant of the Union Army was dealt a decisive defeat at Cold Harbor. So enough for the history for the day. 2 zip codes for Mechanicsville are 23111 and 23116. Mechanicsville has a more rural feel than an area like Short Pump, and there's an opportunity in Mechanicsville to find a home with a larger lot. So if these 2 things appeal to you, then this could be an area worth exploring. So let's jump over to the map real quick and take a peek. The main new home developments in Mechanicsville right now are Rock Creek, Stag's Leap, and Shady Grove Park. Those are the 3 biggies. So there's currently 29 new homes listed for sale in the MLS in Mechanicsville. The low list price is right at $400,000 and the high is just over $1 million, with a median list price of right at $750,000. So let's take at the exterior homes of these like we've been doing with the other areas to give you a feel for the architecture and style. All right, we're going to head a little east from Mechanicsville out into our last destination, which is New Kent County. Now, New Kent is located east of Richmond on I-64 as you're headed down to the Williamsburg area. So it's an interesting kind of in-between area, as people that live in New Kent work both in Williamsburg, which is about a 30 to 40 minute commute, or Richmond, which is a little less at about a 20 to 30 minute commute. So New Kent is an area that's experienced tremendous growth in the last decade. It's the home to our local horse racing track, which is Colonial Downs, and has two amazing vineyards, New Kent Winery and Saudi Creek Vineyards. Both of these are fantastic, and they rival the wineries that you're going to see up in Charlottesville. Now again, New Kent, like Mechanicsville, is a bit more rural than some of the other communities, so you're probably going to find a larger lot and a more country feel. So if that appeals to you, it is another area that you could be interested in. So let's jump over to a map real quick and we'll see where the new homes are located. Now, the main new home developments in New Kent are going to be Brickshire. That's actually been going on for a while, but it's a huge master plan community which is still being built out, and it's got a golf course. We've got the Renaissance at Four Seasons, which is an active adult community, the Arbors at New Kent Winery, and Vinatera, which is also built around the golf course, and it's right around the New Kent Winery as well. Now, in my book, proximity to a winery is definitely a plus. So there are currently 55 new homes for sale in the MLS in New Kent. The low list price is right at $340,000 and the high is $1.4 million, with a median list price of right at $640,000. So let's take a look at the exterior of some of these homes to see if any of these styles are in your wheelhouse. There are some really good looking homes being built out here in New Kent. All right, so there you have it, folks. The top 5 places to snag a new home in the greater RVA area. There's a lot to be excited about with the new construction around Richmond. There is literally something for everybody. There's more affordable options for what I call the big box builders. There's luxury condos and townhomes. There's 55 and over communities and custom homes being built by some absolutely amazing high quality custom home builders. And then there's kind of everything in between. So if you've watched enough of my videos, you may have picked up on my wife is a custom home builder. She owns a company called Youngblood Properties. I just needed to do a quick shout out there in case she's watching this video in particular. She'd be mad at me if I didn't give her a shout out. So I've been around new construction and sold new construction for over 20 years. So I am a great resource if new homes interest you. So just give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. All of my information is linked in the description right below. And until next time, I hope to show you around town. Thanks for tuning in, folks.